Hey, it's me, Bobbert, and let's get Sonic Forces over this. We're in the final stage. Yeah. Again, it's just a disappointing game, not a terrible game.
We did it! Eggman's army is officially butt kicked. We won!
But I would not recommend getting this game for full price. $20 seems to be nice. I'm playing the Xbox One version. But the Nintendo Switch version is, okay. Less frame rate, but you don't really notice the difference that much.
What have you done?
Mainly because I think the PS4 Xbox One version of Sonic Forces is not always 60 frames. At least that's what I heard of. Yeah, this boss battle is not too bad. There is times, well, I'm not sure if it's going to be in this recording. And that's, Sonic skills are really detailed there. But anyways, final boss battle. Again, it's not a terrible one since well, they released a lot of stuff in the previous boss battles. Where there's three faces, classic, avatar, modern. Excuse me. But pretty much Darcy's Aces try to stay on the platforms that appears and reappears. Appears and disappears, I mean. And Darcy's walks back and forth. Similar to the Eggman boss battles with classic Sonic and Green Hill Zone. It's similar, yes, but at least it's something slightly different. I think it's just to hit it like about 5 or 6 times, and it'll do the trick. And then this leads into the Avatar boss. Avatar boss battle. Oh man, it's like little tongue tied over here. I apologize for that. All I have to do is draw some missiles, so it's could be easily taken away, with the rip, and don't keep on homing attack that wrist because it will take a long time if you do so. I did that in my first playthrough, and I feel pretty embarrassed that I didn't figure that out until my second one. But pretty much just keep dodging and whipping. This phase is a bit more tricky. Just a bit. Just dodge the lasers, which is about 3 times. Try to get to an area where his hands is not in the empty spots, because his hand can be in the empty spots. And you can still homing attack, but you can't rip it. And the thing about homing attack is that even if you defeat the boss in his last life, with the homing attack, if you're above an empty spot, you will die and restart the whole boss battle. Not the Avatar stage, but the classic Sonic part as well. I find that to be unfair. That happened to me once, and I just rage quit after that. But anyways, we're in the final form. Now this one is a bit tricky for me. At first, I mean, the pattern is easy to figure out, but the laser things, at first I thought it's go faster, but don't try to jump too soon, and once you're jumping you can't really move around, so let's see, that I jumped too early there. I thought it's going to be faster, even though it shouldn't be. I haven't even hit it once yet. And boost up to it so you can attack it. And you have to do this I think about 8 times. At least it felt like 8 to me. Oh man, I missed that. I need those boostings. Like the boosting always appears in the middle of these things. So as long as you got plenty of rings, well, rings in general, you should be fine. You know, with rings. Again, you don't need to collect a whole lot of rings for high score or higher rank. Just worry about getting the boost things, and you should have this boss battle over in a minute. This is the one that kind of threw me off because I have to dodge these. I guess it's supposed to be like digital fire. Maybe it's just fire in general, but you know, it looks a bit digital in this stage. Oh man, I need to get some rings. I mean, it's a pretty decent final boss. To be fair, you've probably seen something similar to it, like in Sonic Colors, and maybe some other Sonic games I'm not thinking about right now. But for the most part, you know, it's a decent boss battle. Like, really no complaints there. I think if you die in this boss battle, you start the beginning of this phase, so you don't have to worry about restarting the whole battle again. So, you know, that's good. The missile things, well, okay, those aren't too bad. But, you know, with that being said, it does take a while to take it down. But, you know, it's still fun. Oh boy. Yeah, this boss is not messing around this time. One thing I don't like about Sonic Forces is that the rings doesn't attract to you when you boost. I mean, I think they used to do that in, I want to say Sonic Generation and boss battles, or... Okay, so this is the final blow. See, in quick time events like this, it's, I don't mind that, because, you know, it's just, you know, the final shot. It's supposed to make it look epic, and I guess, you know, it still works as well, you know, just as a regular cutscenes, but I don't know, like, you know, that added quick time event gives it like an extra spice a bit, but, you know, everywhere else it seems pretty pointless. But yeah, this is it. Finally finished. Now we have to watch some non-cutscenes, which, you know, considering, you know, how fast I finished this, which is like less than 10 minutes. This whole video is like, well, gonna edit some of the stuff out, but this whole video is like about over 20 minutes long, so you're gonna see more cutscenes than actual gameplay.
Cheer up, Tails. I'm sure we'll run into him again.
Please don't.
Alright, guys. It's time we cleaned up the mess that Eggman left this world in. And I'm not talking about those illusions he dreamed up for us. We need to fix the real world we all live in.
True that.
Come on. Let's go!
So now he's Captain Planet. Alright, so I'm gonna let this part of credit play by, while the other one's just really you're seeing the moment. But my overall thoughts of Sonic Forces was, I said through probably like at least once every couple of parts. Like, I don't think it's the worst Sonic game out there. I don't think it's another Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. But it is probably the most disappointing Sonic game I ever played. Now, here's the reason why. I know Sonic games, especially the 3D ones, you don't, or you don't usually have high expectations for it. And I wouldn't say my expectation was high, but it was a bit more optimistic than usual. Mainly because Sega, I thought this was going to be like a new Sega. They didn't want to rush any more games out, especially with the Sonic ones, the Sonic the Hedgehog ones. Like, they want to be more careful. They want to treat the franchise right, and for the most part, well, in some cases it shows. But uh, but unfortunately, it's just that this was a very mediocre game that, well, it wished that it had a bit more, well, a lot more, really. But and it's not like one of those experiences where, hey, I have fun with this game, but I wish there was more to it. It's more like the rest of the game, there should be more. And I don't know, it's like, I'm thinking about making like a VR video of what Sega should do with the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. I know there's like 10 of them out there, but I feel like, for me, this is the right time. It's all because, Sonic 06 and Sonic Rise of Lyric, it happened, even though I didn't really start making videos back in 06. It was back in 2011, 2012. Even though my YouTube channel is like 2015 at the earliest. But yeah, so pretty much most of this part is cutscenes and credits. I don't know. I guess I at least glad Sonic Mania came, around the same time. It at least showed that at least the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise as a whole is not completely useless or dead. But I think people are going to have a lot of doubts, when the next 3D Sonic game comes out. It's like, I don't know, I don't think Sonic Forces did that much damage, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people are about to give up on the Sonic franchise, which, again, well, to be fair, I think a lot of people left, around Rise of Lyric. That game wasn't supported pretty well, but then again, that was exclusively on the Wii U. But then again, this game didn't do too well, as I heard. Sega immediately dropped the price to this one, I believe. I'm not sure if that was just a Black Friday sale. Maybe the price is still low. I sort of checked before I started recording. But in Japan, they're bundling it with Puyo Puyo Tetris. With to be fair, Sonic the Hedgehog in general is not popular in Japan. And Puyo Puyo is pretty popular in Japan. I'm not sure if it really caught on here in America. I mean, I'm sure Puyo Puyo Tetris, all around the world, did pretty well. But Sonic Forces, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely a disappointing game for me. And this is a pretty long credit scene. Like, can't believe we went this song. No, what? I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. For those wondering, I cut about 5 minutes of video right there. Pretty long. And you know, if I cut the edit part of the credits, it would probably be closer to 10 minutes. But you know, with that out of the way, just finish up the cutscenes, and I can finish up this video once and for all.
Finally, an end to this endless battle. Everyone can go back home and relax. There's no need for the resistance.
Hold on. There's still a lot we need to do. We're just getting started.
Huh? What, you're leaving us? There are others who need your help. But okay, I'm not gonna stop you.
That's pretty good that Knuckles can learn sign
I
language.
saw you stumbling around, I had no idea you could pull this thing together and see it to the end. I've changed my mind about you.
I knew you'd come through, rookie. Well, I guess you're not a rookie anymore.
You did good out there. It's not like you just waited till the last minute to come in and act all cool saving the day.
Our battle is done, and our resistance has come to a conclusion. But we'll be friends forever. A single person cannot restore the entire world. We have to work together and make a diligent effort.
Hey, you're taking off too? I was thinking the same thing. You gonna keep moving forward? No matter what, yeah? You and I aren't so different. See you later, buddy.
And alright, that is Sonic Forces. I really hope Sega give this series a break, or at least with the 3D Sonic games. They could probably release another 2D Sonic game similar to Sonic Mania, and people would be happy. And well, you know, he still got that 1%. But either way, that will end it. This is me, Bobbert, and I catch you guys later.